I was able to get $500 a week from the streets.
Right.
They gave me $500 a week to go to school. Don't let me catch you out here. Don't let me catch you on this corner. And I also, my main man, Corey Smith, you know, the infamous John Doe Bubba.
Right.
He gave me $100 for every touchdown I made. So I was eager to do good. You know, as bad as I wanted to do bad, I couldn't disappoint those guys.
So let's be real, man. So the gangsters, the drug dealers in the community, saw so much in you.
Yeah, I didn't see it though.
That they basically paid you until you saw that. Hey, man, listen, this is a different direction.
They paid me
because they saw it, and it had nothing to do with them. See, because some people may think that they was paying him because they were betting.
No,
nothing to do with him. He went to Central. They were Northwestern fans.
Yes.
They saw the talent in you.
Yeah.
And you couldn't see it in yourself.
They saw it. They go comment on that. They go be like, you lying. Ain't nobody be hustling your life. Right here, live in the flesh.
Yeah. All right, listen, man. The Footballville Caneville, we back, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit subscribe. Members, man, become a member. If you watch the show every day, man, get a $6. Support what we doing. Become a member. That's XMD, and we sitting here, man, with a Miami legend, De La Antonio Brown. What's going on, bro?
I'm okay, Coach. You know, just giving back to the community. You know, working into that nation.
Listen, right out the back, man. This Caneville show. It's a folk story. When I was living in North Carolina, I ain't getting back to Miami yet. And as a folk tale that I hear all the time involving Trick Daddy, Chad Johnson, saying that you once raced Devin Hester, right?
Yes.
And you beat Devin Hester.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes, Trick Daddy, he set that up.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we was at Willis McGay's Celebrity Flag Tournament here in Dade County at Glen Cherry Park. He was giving back to the community, and you know, I'm out there just having fun, not taking it too serious, but you know, I might run past a guy or two.
Right.
And Trick came up to me and said, "Dayline, you ain't fast no more." I say, "Trick, go get whoever you want to get."
Whoa.
So it was like a little Warner Robin thing. He went and got 3 guys. And those 3 guys came and said, no, I can't beat him. No, I done seen him race before. Nah, I can't race him. And he came up with, they got in a little huddle.
Yeah.
And they said, we got somebody for you. And they walked across the other side of the field and came back with Devin Hester. And I was like,
you knew who he was?
Yes, I knew who he was. You know, I'm a Miami guy.
Right.
Born and raised, and you know, I am outside of playing for West Virginia during that time. I am a University of Miami fan.
So at this time, he was Devin. We got to give the people a full sight. He was Devin Hester, what, a freshman or what was he? He was a sophomore. So he had no ran back kickoffs already. We knew where he was.
He was on the map.
He was on the map. So how did it go down? So was Chad Archosi go down for real?
Yes, everybody was there. You know, everybody was there. I mean, Edwin James. You know, I mean, the who's was there for Miami. You know, from the
everybody was there.
Everybody was there along with the community. You know, giving back to the community for the kids to have an opportunity to see so many guys from the community in South Florida playing in the NFL.
It was crazy atmosphere.
It was crazy.
Did you think you could beat him?
I know I could beat him. I mean, I'm from a Pacific place in the city.
Well, talk to me, bud.
It's either 2 things, you know, the lion and the gazelle.
Listen, you were one of the most exciting players South Florida's ever seen. But you understand that there's track speed and then there's game speed. It's 2 different things, right? It's not the same thing.
Yes, it's track speed, it's football speed, and it's life speed. You know,
talk to me.
Just like you said, I done some things in my lifetime where at the blink of an eye, you got to get up and go.
Right.
So therefore, along with football, I had 3 opportunities to run track in high school, perform well, but it really wasn't my thing. You know, I'm more so a football guy, and so when it was time to run fast, I just knew to run faster than the next guy.
How far you think you could have went in track?
Well, when I got to West Virginia, when my freshman year going into the winter conditioning, I clocked a 4.15. Out of 24 40s, my average time was a 4.18.
That was a 415 and a 40-yard dash.
Yeah.
For anybody who ain't who don't understand what he's been talking about.
It's official.
It was a 415. He's talking about Deion Sanders times.
Fastest man in West Virginia history. I broke James' jet record. It hadn't been broken 10 years. And so the track coach came and asked me to run in the Big East Championship. And I had an opportunity to run again against some University of Miami guys, some hometown guys, Santana Moss, Andre Johnson, Philip Buchanan. It was a host of us there. Yeah. And I lost.
You lost?
But I lost by Santana. I came out the blocks, never ran in blocks before.
Right.
I came out the blocks in 5th place. But my split, I guess in track terms, my split from the 15 to the 30, he never seen someone run that fast to catch up.
Right.
And when we got to the 60, Santana leaned and beat me by 100th of a second.
Who all was in the race?
Man, it was a host of us. I think I got some pictures. It was me, Santana, Andre Johnson, Philip Buchanan.
It was talking about some speed.
Yeah, nah. It was. I think it was 6 University. I think it was out of the 8 lanes. It was 5 University of Miami guys, the kid from Boston College, the kid from Rutgers, and the Andre Davis. He played for Virginia Tech. He was fast.
Yeah. And what place you came in? Second?
I came in second.
So let's backtrack a little bit. When you beat Devin Hester, after that, like, what was the atmosphere? Like, what did people go crazy? Was it what was the atmosphere? Well, you just beat Devin Hester, bro. Like, it's like nobody think anybody can beat Devin Hester.
Well, I mean, the atmosphere was up and down. Cause don't forget, I'm Daylock. Right. So they don't think no boy can beat me. So so it was split. Right. You know, I had my crowd. He had his crowd, and I had also my 2 sons there. So there was no way I was gonna lose that day.
I feel you. Who was on your side? Chad or Trick?
Chad was on my side.
Chad was on your side. Trick thought he had no win and got a 4-5 for you, huh?
Trick can't catch me, boy.
Dreams are legal, man. I see you pump that on your page. What's the Instagram? Tell the people how to go.
I can hit me up at dreamsarelegal.net. Or you can hit me through Instagram, Facebook, or you can hit my direct line, 786-316-5796. And dreams are legal.
What is it about? Talk to me.
Well, dreams are legal can go in so many ways. I don't even have to bring it towards my direction first. Dreams are legal is a kid. First of all, is a mother that was once told that she would never have a chance to bear a child.
Gotcha.
You know, then once she has the opportunity to bear a child, she has complications throughout her pregnancy. And they said that she wouldn't last and the baby wouldn't make it. Right. And also now when the baby is born, now they say the baby was born with some type of deficiency that can't walk or certain limbs not working right. And that kid now is a track star, you know, a business owner. Right. That's dreams are legal. You know, anyone that believe in whatever the Tao would say. So if you know me, I don't even have to bring up me. Because I am dreams are legal. Right. You know, I am that black rose that grew from the concrete in the inner city of Miami. My whole family is gone. I lost my father at 11. I lost my brother my senior year in high school. I went to college, came home, had a sister die with AIDS. 2013, I had a sister die of a drug overdose. And 2015, I buried my mom. So don't smoke, don't drink. So you can't tell me what you can't overcome.
It's bro, listen, my daddy died when I was 12, cocaine, I had a rough upbringing. There's some kids listening right now that think they're going through, they the only one going through what they're going through. What you went through, what I went through, you know what I'm saying? How did you keep going, bro? Like how did you not like just, man, listen, it's too much?
That's a $1 million question I get, and I really don't know how to answer it because I think fate. Yeah. I think I don't have anything to do with this. I think this was ordained by God. You know, because He only put the strongest in certain positions. Right. Now, as a child, you couldn't tell me I was the strongest. Right. I was lost. So I did a lot of things outside of football that I had no business. Growing up in the inner city, you know, coming in my mom's house, no food on the table, you know, no clean clothes, things of that nature. So any kids that are listening, I'm just like you. I'm just like you, you know, had trouble in school, graduated high school at 19 years old. I got kicked out of all Dade County public schools.
Out of all of them?
Every school I attended, I got kicked out.
How many schools?
I got kicked out of Orchardville Elementary. I got kicked
you just talking about from Little all the way?
Yeah. They sent me to Rover Leaders. I went to Charles R. Drew. They kicked me out of there. I went to the West. They kicked me out of there. You know, I went to MacArthur, and I would hate to tell you, the streets saved my life. You know, some of the guys on the streets from the inner city.
Explain that to some people who don't understand how the streets could save your life.
And that's crazy because a lot of people ask me that, but outside of Dade County, they'll never understand. But in Dade County, you'll always understand that same guy that you look about, you read about, that you talk about, that's standing on that corner, he has a heart too.
Yeah.
And he see visions in you that you don't see.
Right.
And growing up on 61st, and some of those guys, all those guys saw that in me. I didn't see it in me because I was too busy trying to steal cars, too busy trying to do things that I shouldn't be doing.
So you talking about 61st, the Donks, Flume, all them guys?
Yeah, Flume, Edie, Corey Schmidt, Timothy Carswell.
Right.
The list goes on. Carlos, Mark, like, you know, them guys took me off the streets. I was around doing things I shouldn't be doing. And then once we would go play neighborhood basketball games against the other neighborhoods, and I'm 13, 14 years old dunking the basketball. And, you know, we would go play.
Wait a minute. If 13, how tall were you?
Shit, I'm 5.
You're not a tall guy now.
I'm 5'8" and a half now, so ain't no telling.
You could dunk when you were like 5'4", 5?
I don't think I was 5'4". Now I think I had a growth spurt and I stopped growing.
Okay.
You know, so because like at 12 I was tall.
So you were like 5'7", 5'8".
Probably, yeah.
Because you like 5'9" now.
I'm 5'9" right now.
And you could dunk.
Yeah. So, you know, and they seen certain things in me, but they also seen me in the nightlife with the police chasing me with doing this stupid stuff.
Right.
And they pulled me to the side. They say, man, we need to get you back in school. And I shook my head like, no.
The dudes.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
The dudes in the hood, right?
Yeah.
The dudes in the hood. 61st.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
They said you need to go to school.
They said I need to go to school.
Wow, what was their premises?
Well, you know, you got the great coach Tarver Bang. You know, he used to come through the hood, you know, holler at the fellas, things of that nature. And I think he was transitioning from Miami Jackson to Miami Central.
Right.
And this story is true. He was on 61st, and I had just got away. You know, had a high-speed chase.
He just got away.
And I came on the block.
Yeah, just got away.
And I came on the block. And,
on foot? You?
No, in a stolen car.
Yeah.
You know, doing me.
Yeah.
And I came up, and everybody say, Coach Bang, there you go right there. So Coach Bang say, who? You know how he talk. He say, that little dude, man, that dude don't want to play no football.
Right.
Like that. So they called me over there. They say, well, they say, get the ball, dunk the basketball. So they had the rim. I really dunked the basketball. Then Edie said, man, show him. Go stand on the side of that garbage can and jump on the garbage can. I stood on the side of the green garbage can and jumped on top of the green garbage can.
The big green garbage can.
The big green garbage can. And Edie said, they like, show him you can jump over my Chevy. I ran and jumped over the hood of the Chevy. And he said, well, what's the problem? I hadn't been to school in a year and a half. That was the problem. So he woke me up that next morning. Coach Bang came to my mom's house, and he took me to MacArthur, my last existing school, and took me in the register office. And the register said, well, we haven't seen this kid in a year and a half. What y'all want to do? And actually, we sent his files to adult ed.
Right.
And that was the blessing. I never enrolled in adult ed.
Right.
Because if I would have enrolled in adult ed, I wouldn't have been able to come back to public school. So, with that being said, you know, they shuffled some papers around.
Yeah.
You know, they got me back in high school. Then the next thing, I was 16, going on 17.
In what grade?
In the 9th grade.
Okay.
So they say, now, what are we going to do? Because this kid almost finna be 17 years old and he only in the 9th grade. So they shuffled some papers around, not expecting me to wanting to go to college. They put me in the 10th grade.
Yeah.
So I was able to go to Miami Central Senior High School, and I played for 3 years, but I also had to go back and complete the 9th grade because to go to college, you need all your core credits, and I didn't have them.
What kept you there? How you didn't go back to the streets?
The streets.
They wouldn't let you.
They wouldn't let me.
See, man,
Listen,
that's a
I
hell of a story.
I don't know how real can we keep it.
Man, keep it real.
I mean, because I was able to get $500 a week from the streets.
Right.
They gave me $500 a week to go to school. Don't let me catch you out here. Don't let me catch you on this corner. And I also, my main man, Corey Smith, the infamous John Doe Bubba.
Right.
He gave me $100 for every touchdown I made. So I was eager to do good. As bad as I wanted to do bad, I couldn't disappoint those guys.
So let's be real, man. So the gangsters, the drug dealers in the community, saw so much in you.
Yeah, I didn't see it though.
That they basically paid you until you saw that. Hey, man, listen, this is a different direction.
They paid me
because they saw it, and it had nothing to do with them. See, because some people may think that they was paying him because they were betting.
No,
nothing to do with him. He went to Central. They were Northwestern fans.
Yes.
They saw the talent in you.
Yeah.
And you couldn't see it in yourself.
They saw it.
You ever heard a story like that, man?
I mean, back in that era that you had streets, people who was in the streets, they like, man, they could see somebody like, man, you don't belong out here in the streets.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying from the standpoint is the reason he stayed is because they paid they kept him living, and then eventually he saw the light. He saw the light. Man, I can go to West Virginia. There's something else over here. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
that's an amazing story, dog.
Timothy Coswell, some people know him as Ralph. Then I didn't have a car. He said, okay, Daylock, I got this green 6'4" that I bought from Sonny off the Ave. Is at Disco Dave. Remember Disco Dave?
Of course.
He told me to go to Disco Dave, get that car, and don't miss a day of school. So I had an opportunity to go to Miami Central in the green 6'4" candy apple green with the white inside and with the Daytons. So I could not let those guys down.
You didn't want to let them down?
I didn't want to let them down.
So what's the story about one time they said you ran to the sideline, jumped on the sideline, and you shook your dreads at them?
Yeah.
Tell me that story.
Okay, them my guys.
Right.
And my guys want me to do good. But my guys don't want Central to win.
They don't want y'all to win. No, they want to know what's to win at all costs.
They always want to win. And they said, we're going to represent you. And old McAdoo came up with a slogan. McAdoo, he bought some spray paint. He bought some spray paint. And back in the days, Arab t-shirts was the shit.
Right.
And so McAdoo bought almost 100 t-shirts. And he had some green spray paint. And he spray painted the THE Deuce on the green, on the t-shirt. And he handed them out. And I had a fan club. Like, it was in one section at Trash Power Stadium. It was 30, 40, the Deuce shirts. But they was Northwestern fans, but they was cheering for me.
That's
and the funny thing, not to bring it up in these terms, and you better not have to say nothing bad about me.
No.
Not around them.
That's weird, ain't that weird? They wanted Northwestern to win.
Yeah.
They was rooting for Daylock.
That's it.
Hey, listen, if you hear the stuff that come out of Northwestern stands now, it's nowhere near close to what was going on then.
Oh,
no, it was a cloud of smoke. It wasn't nowhere near close with it, but you couldn't say nothing about Daylock.
Okay, I got another story for you. We was playing at
So what? You gotta tell the story now. You broke. What happened? You broke, and you went. They say you ran to the gate.
Yeah.
Cause I think I was still in North Carolina when all this was going on.
They asked me. They say do your thing. But y'all can't beat us. I say I'm finna beat them myself.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't kick me the ball all game. Like nobody would kick me the ball. So I went on their sideline before the kickoff, and I was taunting them. And the Bulls, they're easy to get aroused.
Right.
So the kicker, I think it was T.Y., and I think Lester Johnson, Ant-Man, he said, man, kick him the ball, man. So I said, okay, I got him.
Right.
And they kicked me the ball. And I brought it back. I went on the sideline, took it, hammered off, and represented. That was the Daylock.
And you was on their Northwestern sideline, and you shook your dreads at it. And what did the crowd do? They responded to it?
Oh yeah, they went crazy.
They went crazy.
And also my boys, they went ballistic.
Yeah.
You know, even though after the game we lost, but you know, it was a thrill. I think that game was 41-42.
Yeah. Who was on your team? Like, who you had?
Oh, we had some great ones too now. We had Najee Davenport. I had Herbert Hollywood Henderson. I had the quarterback Reginald Hayes. I had Charles Woods, the running back. We had our Page Rowe.
Yeah.
So Butterfield was already gone.
Butterfield was already gone.
Butterfield was how much older than you?
Like 2 years.
2 years?
Mm-hmm. We had Rodney Jackson. Man, we had Bowleg. Remember our Bowleg?
Yeah.
Eshawn Harper.
Playing against who the West had?
Oh, they had some Jeffrey Townsley,
This was Townsley time.
Andre Williams. We had
Webster,
Corey
right?
Cox. Yeah, my sophomore year I played against Nate.
Torrey
Ashley.
The
Raj Beckwith.
Weaver twins?
Yeah, the Weaver twins.
So that was like one of the great Northwestern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I can tell you this for my own bragging rights. There is not a Northwestern team that did not double cover me. Even at 1995 state championship.
Right.
That team was good.
Najee tell me, I forgot how Najee tell the story. Najee said when the season started, how the defense just kept shifting to guard. It was a play when y'all used to run with a screen, right?
Yeah, a spot route.
A spot route, right. And he say the linebacker shifted, then the next game, the safety was shifting. By that time, man, no defense had done shifted trying to stop them from running.
And Najee breaking.
And Najee break right up the middle, right down the middle.
Right down the middle, because ain't nobody in the middle.
Right. So, man, I know you got some stories, man. Tell us some stories, man.
Well, I got that story. Then alone, now, when I got back in high school, they made a deal. Coach Bain made a deal with them. He might not come to school every day.
Right.
But we got to find a way to get him here. You know, and that's when Tim gave me the car, and I was able to get to school every day. So that then we killed that, and then for one, coming off of the streets, coming out of the streets as a 16-year-old kid, going on 17, I had 2 kids already, man.
How old were you?
I was 16. I had 2 kids. Tony was 1, Semino was 9. 9 months. I had 2 kids, so I didn't act like a high school kid. I didn't carry myself as a high school kid. I was doing grown man things outside of, sex in the real world.
Wow.
Where I was, so it I didn't want to be there. I really didn't want to be there.
Right.
Because that wasn't on my mind. But you put me on the football field, that's where I want to be. But as far as the school part, I didn't want to be there, and I got help. I got the help that I needed from Mr. Bethel, Charles Bethel. And he told me, he said, son, if I can get you out of here, you're going to make it.
Right.
Because he understood that everything I was doing, I wasn't doing it for my own selfish reasons.
Right.
I was doing it because I had a little brother that I had to provide for, and I had a mother that I had to provide for. I told you the 2 sisters was out there on drugs, doing their thing. And growing up and on 61st, getting put out of every apartment building your mama ever stayed in, coming home to no food in the refrigerator, coming home to your furniture sitting in the middle of the building. So when I took on that ownership at the tender age of 12 years old to become a provider for my mom, now I got to go to school. I was a man.
Right.
So now I got to go to school. Like, school wasn't going to define me as a man. My lifestyle.
Gotcha. That's too much, man.
It wasn't relevant at that moment. But along with life, the trials and tribulations of my homeboys going to prison, things of that nature, indictments coming out, and I was in college. And I can tell you the story of the streets again. I had University of Miami sitting on the table, Ohio State, and West Virginia. I told those 3 schools I'd be back. Give me an hour. Because I had to go find the guys that helped me. Not my mom, not my father. My father passed when I was 11. So I went to Timothy Carswell. I said, Tim, I found, when we went to his house. I said, Rob, where we going? He said, what you mean? I said, shit, it's time to go. Where we going? West Virginia, Miami, or, Ohio State. Well, you know, all of them, all my homeboys UM fans.
They was UM fans, right? That's what I'm thinking.
And I'm telling you, they helped me because I'm going to UM. He said, nah, West Virginia. So I'm like, damn. Okay, I get in the car. I drive on 61st. I find Flume, Norman E.
Yeah.
Big homie, yo, where we going? You know, man, he always was different. Man, we going to West Virginia. You know, okay, no problem. I drive on 5-8, going, you know, see Corey Schmidt. Bub, knock on the door, he in the house, sitting on the couch. I say, hot dog, where we going? He say, man, what Ralph say? I say, Ralph say West Virginia. He said, well, West Virginia it is.
It was unanimous?
It was West Virginia.
What you think their thought process was?
I need to get the hell out of here because they knew something that I didn't know. Because don't
you
forget
didn't even know
that,
it, right?
that year,
Yeah.
that at that year I go to college in August. The ring up come.
Oh
Big
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, exactly.
It comes.
So
when
they
I came,
foresaw.
yeah, I came home from college in December, November for Thanksgiving break, and I didn't have no homies.
You would have went to UM and played with who?
Santana, Andre,
You would have been right in the middle of all of it.
Yeah, but would have that been the best thing for me? Because I say this to say that. I wouldn't be here today because I am not who I am today because of University of Miami. It's because of West Virginia. It's because of me having an opportunity to get on the plane for the first time. It's an opportunity for me to be in a setting where it's 23,000 students and only 900 blacks. You know, it was a rude awakening to a kid from the inner city.
Right.
And all he know is the inner city.
Right.
And it helped me. They put me in media relationship classes, public speaking classes.
So they had to support you up there, right?
Yes,
they had to be behind you.
They understood what they had. It was a baby to a day. It was everybody gave them the tools on me. And what I did not do, I did not show anyone a negative side that everybody expected.
No.
I never got in trouble at West Virginia, graduated in 4 years. I got 2 tutors to a kid that was coming to West Virginia that they say that don't like school.
Yeah.
That will not go to school. I tricked them. I'm gonna do everything that you say I can't do.
When did the light turn on? When did you make that decision? Just like, man, listen.
Well, you know, with the summer, that summer of my senior year, I was 19 years old, so it was kind of flirting with, was I eligible to play my senior year?
Yeah.
So we had to drive to Tallahassee to that rule, that 19 and 9 rule. Along with that, being me, not wanting to go to school, had to go to summer school and didn't attend summer school. So along with being 19 years old and didn't finish summer school, I was technically ineligible. Ineligible. Then that summer, on 4th of July, I went to the club Miami Nights, you know, hanging out with the fellas, things of that nature. And I came home that night, and that's when I found my brother dead. And he was 14 years old. He got robbed. He got killed for his shoes. And you know, and there's another lesson to the kids out here: be careful who you hang with because you don't know the trouble that they have surrounding them. So the guy was 21 years old, and my brother was 14. You know, the guy had trouble himself about other things.
Other stuff, right.
And you know, it came back, and you know, we know that it's not the street code. It shouldn't even be that way. You know, he was with somebody.
Yeah.
And they got him. You know how it go.
Yeah.
You can't leave no witnesses.
Right.
You know, even that's what we dealing with nowadays.
Yeah.
And so my brother was a victim, and I came home and I found my little brother that laying there dead, along with his friend. You know, mere steps from my house. He had drawn up blood, flies flying around him. So that was another light. Like he gave me an abundance of talent that I wasn't using.
Yeah.
I was still back doing the street. I wasn't in the front though, but I was back doing the street.
Right.
You know, I had all the support from the guys in the hood. They took care of me, they made sure I was street, but I still was back doing the street. I was still
Right.
I was still seesawing with the streets. And that shined the light, like, whoa, like, you know, like that. Then my senior year, on Christmas of that same year, my sister passed away. So I ain't had no choice then, because now I'm not Tony. To my nieces and nephews, I'm Uncle Tony. You know, I'm a father. At 19, I'm a father figure because she left 5 kids. So, you know, then those 5 kids had to come move in with my mom. So after my mom lost her baby, she get 5 other kids to take on that ownership. And I have to make a decision now to go to college. So I went there with a plan. I couldn't let them people down.
Couldn't let them down.
I had the streets, and I had the, you know, I couldn't let them down.
Well, I didn't know it was this deep. You know, you
That's
told me.
That's daylight.
Yeah, I didn't know it was this deep. XS, where you was at when he was playing?
I was, let me see, I probably was getting to the 9th grade.
You saw Najee in there?
Yeah, I played against Willis. I know I played against Willis.
You did?
Yeah, they beat the hell out of us. I played against Willis. So I probably was in the 9th grade or 10th grade, you know, when he was out there.
Mm-hmm. My homeboy once told me, listen, man, in order to save the streets, to save these kids, he said, man, I think it's going to have to be a rapper. He said, because that's who they listen to.
Mm-hmm.
What could we do? You was once these kids, now you were grown, I'm 40. What could we do, though, to show these kids that, listen, bro, ain't nothing coming out of what y'all doing, either death. Because I worked in the prison for 13 years. I worked in Dade County for 13 years. And when they come in there and they don't have a gun, they're a child. They're a kid. And they asking you, man, I read my affidavit. He could see homeboys telling on them. Mm-hmm. Like, what is it? What could we do as a community, bro? Because I let people like you tell your story because I know your story is many stories. Mm-hmm. These kids thinking that they're going through it by themselves. That's why I let you come out here and talk and let people tell their story. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. How could we? What could we do to get to these kids? Do you think we could save our community, bro? Or do you think the system is just we raised in the?
You think we can? We're gonna save it. And just like what you go back to say, like the music. In my time, Tupac.
Yeah.
And my mom used to like, Tony, why you in that room playing that music so loud? And she didn't understand that I was listening to a guy from California, in New York, in Baltimore, going through the same thing that I was going through. Right. You know, so I was able to gravitate to his life and to his understanding of life. That's why I'm a fan of Tupac. Right. So therefore, there's 2 parts to the rapper part. You got to be careful because Tupac did not teach us to kill. Right. Tupac taught us about life lessons and how to overcome hard times. In his life stories of his rapping, he wrote stories. He didn't rap. He didn't just have nothing to say. And you know, just like what we're talking about, you know, some of the guys, it's most of the, you know, you have to have something to talk about. And if I was a rapper, I'd be rapping about my story and my life. So therefore, it's some things I can rap about and there's some things I can't rap about. Right. And so with that being said, it's up to the rapper to give it to them because we gonna listen. Yeah. We gonna listen. They gonna listen. That's what they listen to. So therefore, be careful what you give them. Boy, they giving them because you know, and that's
I don't know if it's the industry on purpose.
It's the industry on purpose.
And then we can't like Charles Barkley say, I'm not a role model. I'm not. It starts in the house. So therefore, you can't leave the decision of your kid's life or death situation upon somebody you don't know. It's up to you as a parent. Even though, just like they say, the old Michael Duke said, it take a village. It really do.
It does.
I'm telling you, I wasn't scared of nobody.
No.
I wasn't scared of nobody. My daddy got killed. He got home invaded.
Right.
He got duct taped. He got tied. He got shot. I came out of the house at 11, like. So I understand them. See, you have to know them to understand. I understand the community. Right. That's why when we have our real sit-downs, it's hard at first because they tough. But once I get them in a corner and they able to listen, then I can give them me.
Right.
then they can understand that someone else is just like them. So that's what we need in our community. We need more people like them that's willing to help them and give them their story so they can understand.
Right. Because a lot of people do say that it started at home. You was raised by a pastor, you know what I'm saying? And come mom and daddy was in the house, you know. But
I lost my dad when I was 8.
You were that young when your dad died?
Yeah, my dad died when I was 8.
12 when my dad died.
Then I got the 2 big brothers, you know what I'm saying? One plays sports and the other's in the street.
Right.
So I'm about it. I'm like, I want to play sports. I want to be in the streets.
Yeah.
Hold on, which one? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. But like you said, it starts at home. You know, it's the saying that if you train the kid the right way, they gonna always go back to do the right stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're not training your kid to do the right stuff,
right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't allow the rappers to raise your kids.
Right. But the situation is this: when somebody look at you and they say, "Man, it starts at home," and then you start telling them your home life. See, and that's what people don't understand, how bad some people have it, dog.
That's why I
like they programming this like shit.
Just like Coach
saying?
just said. You mentioned his father was a pastor. He grew up in I never seen my mom and my dad in the same room.
Right.
You know, I never rode in a car that my mom drove.
Yeah, man.
You know,
your ex-family, actually, he had a good family. They had a house, mama, daddy.
Me and my mom ain't never walked in the grocery store and shopped together. It was rough. So you have to get in that hole with these kids.
Right. Because a lot of them are being.
You can't.
A lot of them.
You couldn't tell me. You know, you can ask Coach Bain. I looked at Coach Bain when he said what he said. Man, you don't want to. I looked at him, and he was like, "Whoa, he's not no kid." you know,
right.
The dudes in the neighborhood had to come to me and say he's okay,
right?
Because therefore, who can I trust besides these guys that are helping me?
Right.
You know, so therefore that's my family. Right. And that's the family outside the family.
Right.
So that's what it is.
Right.
So you can't tell me something if you're not a part of my family. You're just talking to me at this moment, then I'm not going to see you no more. You don't understand that I'm going through more than what you just can see right now.
Right.
You see me doing something wrong and you want to talk about it. It's a lot of things that led up to this point that nobody can fix.
Right.
You know, it's up to me because just like you say, they can hear my story and say, "Whoa, Coach, you made it." Yes, I did. But it was a village, like the streets, the streets, and I keep saying that, like the streets. It wasn't the streets. Yeah.
That's a very unique situation, though, bro. That's a very unique situation. We all know them dudes, and we know. I know you know Rudy Glass and Charles, my best friend. Mm-hmm. Like you say, even the dudes on the streets have hearts.
Yes.
That's a very unique situation. And for them to tell you to go to West Virginia when they could have just sent you to Miami, but they knew it probably wasn't gonna end well around here. You know what I'm saying?
And, you know, I still get a chance to communicate with those guys on the phone. And you know, the ones that's out now, you know, I communicate with them. I love them. They're my homeboys.
I worked at TGK for a while. I was in there with Phil. I was in there with what's the other name? Light skinned dude. With he always tell me a story about when they beat up Vernon Carey. Beat up somebody after they lost. What is his name? I forget his name. And light skinned dude, brown eyes. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Antonio Godfrey.
Yeah, I was in there with all. I used to be the officer in there when a lot of them came through. Coach Coffey, man, you told me Coach Coffey's story about when he didn't allow you to play.
Yes,
in the playoff game.
Remember, like I said, a lot of things helped me to this point.
Right.
That Miami Northwestern game.
Right.
I did good, but I did bad.
I
ran the kickoff back. Did not lose the game because there's a lot of moving parts within the football game that decides the factor. But we had the ball on the 15-yard line. No penalties. When I decided to run through Northwestern sideline, I decided to go now on the track. Now, I decided to go to the gate.
And they called a penalty on it.
And I took my helmet off. And I shook my helmet.
Maybe 15 yards?
No, that was about a 75-yard penalty. you know, so therefore, you know, that was a valuable lesson. Yeah, because we moved back to the 20-yard line.
Yeah?
Oh, so they didn't even give me the touchdown.
No, I ran the kickoff back to the 15-yard line.
Oh,
We started that drive on the 20, on I-20.
Wow. Damn.
You know, backed up. So the next week, you know, we play Miami Edison.
Yeah.
We win the game, go to the playoff. I practiced all week. Practice. Everything was going well. Practice. The day of the game, Coffee, he called me in the office. He said, "De La." I said, "What's up, coach?" I come in the room. He said, "Close the door." Close the door. He said, "Hey, man." I said, "Yes." He said, "You know I love you." I said, "Yeah, I love you too, coach." He said, "The decision I'm gonna make today for you gonna help you for the rest of your life." And I'm, coaches talking riddles, subliminal messages. I'm like, "What's up, coach? What's going on?" He said, "Hey, man, I can't play you today."
Playoff game?
Yeah. I said, "What you mean you can't play me?" He said, "Man, you just can't do." You know, now he's being coached. God, you know, you can't. I said, "Okay." So I leave out the office, close the door. I call the receiver coach, Coach Alonzo Boykins. "Man, Coach Harvey said I can't play." I call Coach Redmond, the offensive coordinator. Call Coach Lorenzo Style. You know, coaches come at certain times. All of them came early.
Yeah.
And they tried to, that's when they called Coach Coffee Bone. And all of them went in Bone office, and you should have heard him cursing and fussing. God damn it, it's my team. You know, things of that nature.
I got this final call.
And I sit on that sideline, and I watch them lose 6-0. And
But what was Coffee trying to?
he helped me turn into a man in life.
Right.
So technically, that what I get from that as a father, when it's time to make that tough decision that's going to help your child, and as a coach, when it's time to discipline a child that you know that will help you win the game.
Right.
A football game.
He sacrificed the game.
But
right.
how much you hurting that kid in life
if he just let you keep.
if you just keep letting him do what they want to do.
Right.
Because this is a world where if you do what you want to do, you get what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Say it again, bro.
If you continue to do what you want to do,
right,
you get what you're looking for.
Right, listen, man, listen. This could be a part two, bro. You got a lot more to talk about. We ain't talking about West Virginia. We ain't talking about you going to the pros. But I wanted the Cane fans to know that you once beat Devin Hester in the race, and it ain't a poke tail. But, bro, we got to get you back here, man.
Okay, no
Man.
problem.
Your story is valuable for kids going forward. They need to hear that. Listen, bro, whatever you're going through, boy, it could be worse.
It could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. It could be worse. So as long as you don't quit is undefeated. It's something I saw too.
Mm-hmm.
And people be like, "Hey, man, quit is undefeated." Because once you quit, it's over.
And it's crazy.
But
I don't know what quitting feel like.
Man, listen, we appreciate you, bro. We're going to have you back, all right?
Okay, man.
All right, man. Y'all like and share, man. Antonio Brown, De La, man. One of the Miami
Don't
greatest.
forget, they're legal. Go get them.
Tell them where to go get it from.
Dreams are legal. You can hit me up in my DM,
Instagram.
Facebook.
You on Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
DreamsAreLegal.net.
Support what the man got going on, bro. Support what he's still in the community, helping these kids, work kids out.
He giving back. He doing what they did to him, man. They gave back to him.
Yeah, man, we ain't talking about Malachi. We ain't talking about your sons. We ain't talking about how good your kid was. Part two, we're going to get you back here, all right?
It's the reason they the way they is. They don't know it. See, they don't know that.
Malachi was a grown man when he was 8.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what? This nigga, my shit, one shit.
That's it.